Hello everybody. Welcome to a new week, another week of streaming. Today's our last week that we're gonna be like a lot more rock solid in terms of streaming until GP Niagara Falls. I'm missing Friday because Friday is my closing day at my house, and then like next week is gonna be a mess of like me moving in, and I fly out to Niagara Falls on like that Thursday or something. So I'll maybe fit in like one or two streams by then, but this is definitely like the more or less the last like good prep week I have. And the London Mulligan rules don't take effect until Wednesday. So we got today and tomorrow at least, and then I guess Wednesday will be like a weird London Mulligan stream, and then no streams on Thursday, and then I also won't stream Friday. So I guess I won't actually have to dip my toes in the London Mulligan that much until after I get back from Niagara Falls. So I'll cross that bridge more or less when I come to it. But for now, we're going to keep jamming with this list. This is the same list I played Wednesday and Friday, I believe. I 5-0 on Wednesday, and I had 2 4-1s on Friday. It's been feeling pretty good. A lot of the in-outs in the sideboard map feel really clean. I like my matchup against a lot of the top decks right now. I'm not. I feel more or less confident about a lot of the cards in it right now. Yeah, this is the league that Arkin kicked my butt. And we've beat everybody else. Make sure Cardboard Live is up. I feel like I always need to like reload it after every stream start, even if the list is the same, which it should be. What you need?
Headphones.
Alright, update stream. Headphones. Join match. Everything is good. Play some Magic. Oh, this is the person we played in the Legacy format playoffs, I think. They were last seen 8 days ago on Maverick. I would assume we played against them on Maverick, so I would assume that they are still on Maverick, notably. This hand is a little bit weak against Maverick. Thalia and Prelate aren't exactly at their best, but like Mom Plow start is pretty strong. Kind of game for this. Also, they could always like not be on Maverick. You never know. Savannah Plow, Scrubland Plow, sure thing. Scoos. Yeah, that's not super threatening. I probably won't even like just plow this Scoos. There are a lot more plowable threats in this deck, especially around like the 3-mana slot, Knight of the Reliquary, like Ramanap Excavator, Tireless Tracker, or whatever, 3-drop. That's like the flashpoint for Maverick. Their 2s don't really matter that much. The Scavenger Goose, they might get scary later in the game if those creatures die and stuff, but for now, I'm just going to ignore it and just play my 2-drop instead. It's awkward that the Thalia obviously lets us not cast our Fire and Ice. And that the only number this Prelate is going on would be like 1. And that turns off our Plow. Maybe they'll just like jam a Knight here, yeah. We can Plow it. Do I attack? So tonight's super getting plowed. I almost don't want to play Karakas to play into like getting wastelanded. It protects the Thalia, but like how much do I care if they're removing my Thalia? I kind of want to hit land drop 4 more, so I think I'm actually going to play planes here. And I think I don't want to attack. They could, like, have natural... No, they can't natural cheat me, because it costs an extra. Yeah, let's attack. I think that's okay. The problem is if they have another threat to deploy here. Huh, that maze also makes my Fire and Ice pretty bad. Stone Forge, alright. We can work around that for now. But the maze makes it tricky for me to try to connect with my equipment. Flickerous gets, like, no value here. Sword of Fire and Ice does jack. On board, at least we can prevent the GJ from connecting because we have a first strike blocker. So even if they hit 4th land, they can't put in the GTA, put it on Scoos, and hit me. Do I just develop Sword here? Sword feels really bad, but if I draw, like, Port or Maze, the Sword actually gets really... Or not. If I draw Port or Wasteland, the Sword gets really good. I guess I could actually just Flicker with the Maze, too. That's a 5-mana play that's lined up. Issue being that they have 2 creatures, so we would actually still be in a little bit of danger. I think I do want to develop this Sword. Just the most mana-efficient play. Question is dealing with this Jite. Knight of Autumn. Oof. That's rough. It's a really shitty draw, too. What am I doing? I don't think I want to deploy this Wisp. This Wisp just doesn't get any value. We're going to play Vile in a 3-drop, but if I play Prelude on 1 and I draw a Sword Supply Shows, I'm going to feel like an idiot. But it also does turn off their Sword Supply Shows, notably. We're both down to 3 of them. If I could, like, kill the Stoneforge Mystic, I could put Prelude on 2 to prevent them from getting the GTA into play, but if I just put Prelude on 2, then they can still just activate the Stoneforge to get the GTA down. Flickerwisp is a flyer, notably. You can get over this team if we get there. I guess also Caracas Thalia will be able to fog GTA, but I don't think I'm worried about that till next turn. I think I'm putting this Prelude on 1. Prelude on 1 plus Caracas Thalia will hopefully be able to help us stall the GTA connection. Still can't attack. If they draw a 4th land, then we just get, like, completely bodied. Of course, we're going to draw a bunch of Plows and Files as soon as I put this Prelude on 1, but that's life. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run out of Wisp. We just want a 3-1 attacker. I could, like, attack with Thalia and then Wisp the Thalia to give it, like, Vigilance, essentially, and try to, like, just get an Epoch Shot for 2 damage here. If they have, like, Batterskull, it gets really awkward because I have to use the Caracas really poorly. It's probably not worth it. There's nothing to flicker. I'm just going to run out of Wisp, flicker up Plains, I guess. I guess I would also, they could just Maze my Thalia, so I'd have to, like, flicker the Maze pre-combat, which means my Thalia wouldn't have Vigilance. But Prelude on 1 plus Thalia plus Caracas isn't the worst. Obviously, Caracas is pretty weak to Wasteland, and that definitely shuts off my GTA fogging engine. But as the board currently sits, they can't even, like, just... Even without the Caracas, they can't currently attack with any of their creatures into this. Another Thalia. That does nothing. We have Caracas. Can you pin a message to every channel in the D&T Discord that just says to use the search bar? No one ever looks at pinned messages, though. Every time someone goes in the modern Discord, or like the modern channel, and they're like, is there a modern server? It's like, yeah, it's pinned, but no one ever looks at pinned messages. You can have that back. Tick up. Alright, so in order to deal any amount of damage, we need 2 Wisps in play, right? Because otherwise they just get 1 maze. So I'm, instead of like wisping my Wisp and then ends up wisping out like the GT or something silly, I think I just want to wisp this maze of it and just to get in 3 extra damage this turn. I'm also going to leave this card in my hand as like an unknown file on 2 thing. So this at least gives them pock shots. We definitely need to draw something to kind of break this awkward stalemate that's going on. Both of us have some pretty live draws going on. Noble Hierarch. That does let the Skoos start attacking in. Equip to Skoos here. Uh-oh, that's also bad. Guess that's still no evasive threats, though. Nothing that gets past Thalia plus Caracas plus Vile. I'm sure 3 a turn for the next 7 turns will get there. I mean, that's the plan. Uh-oh. Main deck's sort of Light and Shadow. Alright, well, that's problematic. This is the deck. Definitely gonna get me here unless we find something like exactly this turn. Probably not supposed to trade with this when they have a sort of Light and Shadow in play. I can block. Crux it back. Activate Vile. Sort of Light and Shadow has resurrected Maverick. Is it just like a pro plow sword? Like that's the ultimate tech? The pro plow sword to beat up the Miracles players? So they currently don't have enough... Oh, no, they do with this Hierarch. Do I have to take this Val up to 3, then? Because my Val on 2 is just not going to do it with, like, the Thalia Caracas thing, because we're just, like, absolutely in the dumpster here in a couple of turns. They luckily can't equip Sword of Light and Shadow and GT, so I guess I still have 1 turn to protect. They get a connection, but they only get to, like, deal some damage. Yeah, the beat-up was sarcastic. If that was not... clear. I guess I still got 1 turn, so I shouldn't take up the Vile yet. This Mother of Runes doesn't help. So we still can't block it. If we draw, like, a Revoker after this Mother of Runes, that'll help. Yeah, they still only have enough mana to equip 1 of the 2 equipment. So they get to put in the Light and Shadow and hit me for like 4 or 5 or something here. And buy back nothing. But that doesn't really affect me. We have like exactly 1 turn to find the answer for the GT though. So we need to take up the Vile next turn, in case we draw like Wisp. You got me. Oh yeah, I guess I could have taken the Vile to 3 last turn, because we just couldn't block this turn. You can draw like Revoker, Recruiter, something, Flicker Wisp. Let's take this Vile up. Find something. Something. And that's not something. That is, in fact, probably us dying. Wait until the new card comes out. I'll make Maverick play. That's probably game. But just now sticks their GTA on their Knight of Autumn. It's unblockable. They get their GTA counters and get to mow down our team. So yeah, looks like everything's like a turn. Like if we draw like Flicker Whisper or Booger, it's probably a turn too late. I tried trying Cataclysm. Cataclysm probably wouldn't help very much right now. And also, it is game 1. Letting me untap. I guess they don't really care about any of my stuff. Just like if I draw, well, that's unhelpful. Turns out, the other part of Light and Shadow is pro-black, and the Germ token's also black. Alright, we'll just concede. But I definitely found a couple better cards than we did. The nature of the Stoneforge Mystic Mirror. Especially the non-blue Stoneforge Mystic Mirror. Who finds, like, a couple more relevant cards. Petruchero, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. If only you had Heart of Huron. Heart of Huron would have been dope there, yeah. You just crew it up, give it, you block the Knight of Autumn, give it Pro White with Mom. OP. Unbeatable. So, looks like a clean cut. We just cut the Prelate and the 4 Thalias. Everything else here seems fine. Down game 1 is rough, because it's a lot harder if Maverick has like a good start on the play, it's definitely hard to keep pace as Death and Taxes. They just go like dork into 3 drops. This hand is very much gas. Multiple removal spells and a Mother of Runes. One of the ways to try to attack Maverick is with like a bunch of removal spells. Generally, they're not really a deck made of card advantage, and if you can, like, just shoot down a couple of their early threats, sometimes you can, like, have them draw a couple blanks. Noble, that's fine. This is also not a matchup where you, like, bolt the bird, or, as Death and Taxes, plow the bird. You want to save your removal for the threats. Awkward we don't have, like, a turn 2 play here, and if this vial gets shattered, we're kind of in a pretty bad spot. They should have, like, land Knight of Autumn or something, or Kusali. Arkin, thanks for the host. Hello. Hello, all of Arkin's viewers. How'd your stream go today, Arkin? We're playing some Death and Taxes, as always, here. Just a 10-person legacy side at Cleveland this weekend with only 1 blue deck. Somehow the guy with Chains his deck got this lucky pairing and still lost. Alright, running out a lot of mana dorks. Where's my Holy Light? I guess it's only hits 2 things. I don't like how my opponent's leaving up this plow mana very conspicuously. So we're gonna plow their mom. And then they're probably gonna plow our mom. Welcome to Legacy. Yup. Maybe they just have nothing to do. Revenge you? Did Achilles beat you too? Oh, yeah. I don't even know what deck this is, Arkin. I need some sort of guide. I need some sort of, like, flowchart of Arkin decks to Legacy decks. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is very bad. If we get this vial shattered, we are in a extremely bad spot. And if they just have, like, a Green Sun Zenith, we're just absolutely boned. Oh, your Ewok opponent. Yeah, this person is a Maverick player. I played against him in the format playoffs. Grixis X-Wing, god damn it. I don't, oh yeah, this is just Green Sun for Knight. Shatter your vial, kill me. Game. No Container Priest. Oh, did I think I forgot to board in Container Priest. Whoops. I like to board in Container Priest against Maverick, and I don't think I did. You sideboard? Oh, yeah, whoops. Oh, well. Yeah, we're super dead. Hey, a land that doesn't cast our Flicker Wisps. Don't call Knight of Autumn Knight in the Knight deck. Yeah, I've run into that a couple times. I'll just tap out if they have, like, GTA or whatever. We're not winning this game by, like, holding a path every turn with a bunch of, like, piddlers in play. Is this another Green Sun? Green Sun for 2. Is this Quasali time? I'm just gonna, like, shoot down my sword? Yep. Attack with the Knight, then shoot down the sword. This guy always crushes me with Knight of Autumns with my files. Yeah, I've played against them once before. I think did I beat them in the playoffs? I forget. This should not be in your deck, opponent. How many sideboard cards do you have for the Death and Dags matchup? It's gotta be at least 4. Is just even, like, fucking useful? Like, I might just want Batterskull to try to brick wall this fucking team. GTA doesn't exactly do a lot when I'm just getting, like, my ass beat. Probably has one more card in hand. They could always, like, save the Quasali and, like, try to pop the Batterskull, but then we can also, like, equip this sword on the Stoneforge, and it's a relatively reasonable threat. I think I legitimately want Batterskull here. Why board correctly when you can BM by boarding badly and winning anyway? This is what I should do to Turbo Dubs players. Oh, yeah. Well, they have a removal spell. That's rough. For, like, another land. We can also, like, use this path to pressure them to crack the Quasali, rip a land, and then try to get Batterskull in play. What's the general favorite in this matchup? Maverick's generally favored. Scrib Ranger, sure. Seems fine. They have no cards in hand, huh? I guess this was the... If I was gonna try to pop this Quasali, I guess I don't have to pop the Quasali, right? I can equip this sword next one. Actually, sure, where do I want to hit with this path, honestly? Do I even path this turn? If I path the Quasali, they're just going to pop the sword, but if I rip a land after that, then I can play the Batterskull, and Batterskull actually lets me, like, stabilize pretty reasonably on this board. If I don't draw a land, then I'm just, like, playing Wisp and wisping my Wisp. You can't Thalia. Oh yeah, we can't play the path or the Batterskull because of the Thalia. God, I hate getting wrecked by people not boarding correctly. It's happened on, was it Friday? It's the Friday stream. I played the D&T mirror and they just like didn't board a Thalia, and then I died because I couldn't cast a Council's Judgment. Does that incentivize me to cast this path though? Maybe. Maybe not. We'd have to spend this turn equipping, attacking. They pop the sword. We can't do anything else that turn besides continue to hold up this path. Are we doing anything by untapping and just, like, playing a second Wisp, though? No, right? I think I need to path something this turn. I just don't know what it is. I don't think it's Scrib Ranger. It's definitely not Thalia, because they just have Caracas. I think it's gotta be Quasali. Which means I should have pathed it before combat and taken 1 less damage. I think I do need to path this. Hope to rip Ancient Tomb would be nice, but let me just, like, rip a couple lands if Flicker Wisp stalls me. Shoot the Quasali top deck GT. We can't cast and play the GT either, because the Thalia. So if we rip... Oh, I guess I have this Wasteland, so I could have actually wasted the Crocs and killed the Thalia. Not on this turn, though. I think my lands are pretty important. Yeah, this is fine. Mother of Runes that I can't cast with the Wisp. Camera died? Well, camera seems fine. I think Mother of Runes might be actually more relevant. Mother of Runes can slow down the aggression a lot after I take, like, 1 more hit. Mom can, block. Or, like, use Flicker Wisp to block Scrib Ranger. I think Mom's probably the better play here. Just, like, port something, not that it matters. We need them to miss for, like, 4 turns. 400 turns. This feels like not a miss. Wow, that feels like super not a miss. That feels like, in fact, maybe the best draw. Maybe GT might have been a better draw. They just buy back their Pride Mage. Alright, yeah, I'm done with this game. Alright. Good start, good start. Nope, that was not in the win column. That was in the lose column for sure. It was Maverick. But do you feel morally superior? I mean, I, like, don't... Like, matches where, like, my opponent, like... I don't know. It's hard... It's hard to say it in a way that's, like, not, like, more demeaning to my opponent than I want it to be. Like, I don't want to be super demeaning, but, like, I enjoy... I play Moto a lot because I like to test for, like, getting prepared for paper tournaments. I like to just improve my game. So, like, winning or losing against, like, bad strategies is, like, not my cup of tea, right? It just doesn't feel great either way. Like, when I lose to a Thalia in the mirror, it's like, okay, I got, like, very little relevant testing done. Wow, this hand sucks a lot. This hand is also kind of bad, but it's a 6. What says question mark in chat? I have no idea what they want from me. Keep this, though. I think I just want a 2 more than I want this. Recruiter Guard's pretty clunky, and we're, like, looking for Thalia, Stoneforge, just, like, something to do early. Well, if it happens enough, you should leave her in. Doesn't sound like a great idea. Finish placing the order for my Legacy deck. Big hype. Nice! Good to hear. Draven. Legacy's a sweet format. I always love it when more people get into it. Underground Seed. What are we playing against? Inquisition. So not Storm. More like Grixis Control / Delver. It's rough because they just get to take my Sanctum Prelate and, like, put me on the ground. I think the GTA makes me think they're more likely on Delver. Ooh. Am I wastelanding this, or am I casting this Thalia into a Daze? This Thalia is super good if it resolves. It's also very bad for me if it doesn't resolve. Why would they take GJ over Prelate? Because they can beat a Prelate? I feel like... They could be... Is there a world where Grixis control takes Prelate, or takes GJ over Prelate there? Jam Coward. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, assess legitimately what the, like what my opponent is on based on their choices, right? Like, I think the play is just jam the Thalia regardless. I think I need to protect my other white source. The upside of me resolving this Thalia is so, yeah, so ridiculously high. That I was likely going to just jam it regardless. Okay, so they are Delver. Or not Delver, they're Grixis control. I wonder if it's right to just, like, Caracas Prelate on one. And just hope to limp across the finish line, or it's right to wasteland them. Because it depends on what I draw and how this Ponder ends up. They did shuffle. It's like tempting to try to take them off of blue. Ooh. But I also kind of want to just jam this Prelate on one. They can only cast a 2-drop, and our hand's just, like, empty, so they're, 2-drop non-creature spell, at least. So, like, my hand's empty, so, like, the hymn wouldn't matter, and then next turn we can wasteland them and try to keep them off of casting irrelevant 3s. I think I'd rather... It only turns off cantrips, though, right? I mean, I guess wastelanding the blue is also taking them off of cantrips, and if they have another blue source for more cantrips, then the Prelate's just better. We're just gonna hope there's no Toxic Deluge in their deck. Oh, man. Giving them the business. Is it time for Ambush Viper Mage? This feels like it. Yeah, this feels like Ambush Viper Mage. So we can safely attack with the Prelate here still, right? Like, if they block, we pro-blue it, and then they can hit a land drop, but they can't cast any 1-mana spells, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Just a free hit for 2 here. I hope it gets dismembered. I would be shocked if Grixis Control dismembered me. They can have it. Nice. Stole that game. That second Wasteland was very good. Alright, Grixis Control, huh? How many cards do we bring in? Do we have exactly 6? Nice. Should be a pretty clean swap for just 2 Erogers and 4 Plows. Everything else in the deck seems okay to good. If you win this match, Grixis is officially not back. Wasn't it officially not back after we beat them on that Molda 5? Did that did that not qualify us for Grixis not being back? Do I just, like, snap keep this? This is probably a snap keep. I mean, this Cataclysm is probably not going to survive in our opening hand until we actually get to cast it, but, like, it's very powerful. Like, our curve isn't bad. You're not being very helpful. It's much easier to play this game with 2 hands. I hope you're aware. Forgot about that. Yeah, that was a good game. Where we just casually beat my Grixis control opponent pre-board on a Mold of 5. No him, no Strix. What is my opponent doing? Just like snap keep like Lily on the Last Hope. I wonder if I'm supposed to actually just like wait this fall. Can you get off of my shoulder? I'm not that scared of Lily on the Last Hope. Like, because we are trying to get up to this Cataclysm. Can you just get to a good position? Thank you. I don't think I'm in the game for, like, Wasteland plans, or, like, next turn Wasteland Port or something. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to lead with Port or second planes there. And I don't think like, maybe I want to lead with Port just in case I get himmed or something and my next turn looks like it's going to just be, like, Wasteland them, Port them. What the hell is my opponent on? Land drop, go. And now we just get to Mom Port. So that's okay. So Marsh Casualties is kind of a bummer here. We're gonna attack their black. They might not have another, like, if they have like an island or something. Assuming they have any sort of fetch land, they can obviously still make double black, but can you not for like 5 seconds? You dang cat. Get off me. Thank you. Jesus. Lightning Bolt, sure, that's life. Why didn't they bolt the... They just waited with that Thalia? So I don't care about the Thalia, I guess. Do I want to Wasteland, or do I just want to build into this Cataclysm? Ooh. I think I like just playing Avenger here and porting them again. I'm sure a cat could trivially be trained to not climb one. You'd be surprised. Cats can't be trained to do shit, man. Am I putting the red, or am I just keep... I guess I'll put the red here. Something like triple black in their deck. My hope here is that they just, like, Liliana kill my Thalia or something, and we just get, like, Cataclysm with a Sarah Avenger in play. That'd be the dream. It makes sense on why they, like, weren't prioritizing killing this Thalia. Is it a Gurmag? Oh, this is a Toxic Deluge, okay. I knew that it felt like they were paying an additional cost. I was like, there's no way this is a Gurmag, right? Do we have enough lands in hand where it's just relevant that I can just cast the Cataclysm and just say go? Like, with no pressure on board? I think we're at a point where, like, this Cataclysm doesn't suck to just fucking, like, Armageddon both sides and just rebuild, because my hand is just nothing. If I give them more time, they can, like, find Thought Seizes or Hymn to Turok or something and possibly take this Cataclysm. I'm definitely tempted to just jam this. If they keep a non-basic, we Wasteland it. If they keep a basic, we just... We're keeping the port regardless. And we can start to, like, try to port them out. Oh, nice. Just gonna fucking Armageddon them. Please keep a non-basic. Dang it. Unlucky. That is also notably most of their basics, though, so this Wasteland will probably have targets in the future. If they play like a non-basic and play a thing, we can Flicker Wisp, flicker the Wasteland, hit it. Oh no, we can't actually do that, because we need double white for the Wisp. It did not shuffle. So yeah, they probably found another land. Ooh, maybe we'll port. This vial makes porting a lot more desirable. The next turn, we're still set up for like the Flicker Wisp port or Flicker Wisp Wasteland play. I think with like the combination of this port and this Wasteland, we can stymie a lot of their mana development. Wow, that is a force of will. Pitching a Brainstorm, that is great for me. So they just pass here. We're just going to Flicker Wisp, set up the port the island again. Homeboy terrified of that vial. Yeah, pitching a Brainstorm for that is super rough when they're sitting here with basic island fetch land trying to hit more land drops. Now we get to play Wisp. Wisp our Rashadan port. Port the island again. They like pretty feasibly have another removal spell or something. Let's look at the turn, see if they punt and crack it. That seems like not the optimal play. Yeah, would not be surprised if they have an answer for this Wisp. But we are rebuilding way better than they are. They have to fetch a non-basic, try to kill the Wisp or something. Yeah, and then we Wasteland the Badlands, continue to port this island. And draw threats. So we can just... I think I'm just going to Lotus Petal this Caracas so I can do everything this turn. Did I just grab the Skull? The Skull's the most mana efficient. They're at 9. Skull's really bad if they find Strix, but they're getting ported out of like being able to do anything. Yeah, I'm grabbing Skull here, honestly. Maybe I'm supposed to let them have their land this turn, so I can guaranteed put in Batterskull Skull and port them next turn when it's probably a little bit more important. Oh, nice. They just concede. We did it! Sophie and never Batterskull. It's possible Sophie's correct. I didn't like that if I didn't hit a land drop, then I was forced to like not port them for 2 straight turns, putting in the sword and then equipping and then attacking. But it is better if they like found some running lands and like got a Strix into play or something. But I don't know. 2-0 Grixis. Turns out Cataclysm, very good Magic card. We won game 1 and 2 against Grixis. Alright. Let's keep it going. Always feels good to beat up Grixis control. Cataclysm is just like such a messed up card in those matchups. Sometimes just like straight up Armageddon gets the job done. I mean, obviously a little worse than Armageddon in that situation. Because they got to keep a land, but we got to keep a port, so it was like close to Armageddoning them anyway. And just with how flooded our hand was, seemed like a pretty reasonable choice to just blow up all their lands, go from there, before they get a chance to try to like thought seize the Cataclysm out of my hand or something. Or like find a force of will, that sort of deal. Alright, this hand is good enough. Hard to pass up a hand that is like turn 2 Thalia and other stuff. It's always sad when you don't have a 1, when you don't have like a mom or a file start, but Thalia Stoneforge is a good powerhouse combo. Extra equipment a little clunky, but you know, that's life. Can't always keep the best 7s. How many Tormod's Crypts should I sideboard on Wednesday? What's on Wednesday? Oh yeah, the London Mulligan. How's your Red Prison matchup too? How many cards can you devote to that matchup? So it could be a lot of things, like it always is with blue fetch into basic island into like cantrip. You could always be a lot of decks. I'm getting the feeling there's Storm though. The Misty Rainforest is like definitely a telltale Storm fetch, but it easily could be like Miracles with an off-color blue fetch or Sneak with an off-color blue fetch. Notably, that doesn't matter because I just get to slam the Thalia and make my opponent answer it. Right on time, Aether Vial. I guess if I knew they were on Miracles, I might play the Vial there over the Thalia. Got the rest of Goblins in the mail, so I need to pick up the sideboard for it, though. Why Chalice is so expensive? That's a good question. Incoming Stoneforge Mystic for GT. So this looks like probably Storm. Grixis Control wants to be playing on-color fetches because it has all 3 duels in it. So if I had to hazard a guess, I would say Storm. In which case, we're doing very well because we have a Thalia playing against game 1. Orange and Stoneforge for Battersmoke's weird. If sort of Fire and Ice. It's probably an argument for like porting their white source. They shuffled on that pond, or porting their blue source. Sorry. I think I need to develop more of a clock before I want to do that. If I draw a 4th land, then obviously the plan is probably just port them for a million turns. Esper Blade with 5 basics and a Misty. I'm still tilted about that one Esper Blade player we played against that had like 7 basics and an Academy Ruins in their deck. Just the world's greediest mana base. He doesn't have 6. I'm death taxes. I can't do shit. Go for it, opponent. So land drop here is great. We're just going to start putting in equipment. We still have this port going. Deal them a billion. Start gaining life with Batter Skull. Put a set of Tendrils range. By then they're usually dead though. Playing like a Lotus Petal here or an LED. Yeah. Ugh, these are really bad draws. I still don't think it's worth porting. Maybe I'm wrong in that respect. I think I really want this Batter Skull in play. My clock is just so bad. Hopefully they just don't just murder me. You know, like a lot of Cabal rituals generally. Yeah, this feels like we're not dead until next turn, hopefully. And by then we can go to 24 and start porting them. Kind of an opponent tap 2 lands on turn 2 is for target. Be surprised if they could kill me on turn 2 through a Thalia, that's for sure. Okay. Sure. Just gotta remember to get that one in. Man, I was almost hoping I didn't draw this land so I didn't have to make this decision of, like, do we hit with the Sword of Fire and Ice or do we port them this turn? So we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. I bet Bolas' Citadel is good for Thalia. Does that work? I feel like that works for Bolas' Citadel, right? You just, like, pay an extra life for everything. But I'm not 100% on that. I'd have to read the card. So we hit for 7 right now, or we hit for 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we gain 2 extra life, but we miss, like, we deny, or we give them a mana, but we also gain 2 life, right? You pay 1, but it's better than full retail. Oh, you still have to pay the 1 for the Thalia? Oh, well, that's not great. Honestly, unsure here. Like, which is the better line. I'm missing something so unfortunate doesn't change. You gain 2 extra life. You put the sword on the batter skull and you gain 2 extra life. So they have to either get an extra storm count or they're down a mana. I think the mana is more important because it's game 1 through a Thalia. They're probably going for a Past in Flames line anyway. Or does the 2 life matter? Yeah, because the life gain. They do have a critical, like, they have to get to a certain storm count. And by casting that extra spell, it's already taxing them, like, a mana on the Thalia, right? But sometimes they can just go above and beyond and cast it, like, they're planning on casting 11 spells to kill me, so it doesn't matter. But they could have, like, they could also just have an extra mana floating and they kill me to exactly 10 storm. That's the thing. I think I'm inclined to port them. Yeah, I think I like the port a little bit more. They already need 12 storm. Oh, yeah, they need whatever. 12 to 13 storm, sorry. That could definitely be relevant. I think I'm just gonna, like, Blister for 1 port them. Bash. Get him, Ballista. Chances are that they can't blast through this, especially game 1. They generally need, like, just a shit pile of Cabal rituals, but there definitely are hands, especially after casting the 5th cantrip, that they've sculpted into a hand that has enough mana to just try to, like, burst through the Thalia. I guess we will find out this turn. Quad crit tutor, yeah, something like that. I don't even know if that's enough storm still. If their hand is 4 Cabal rituals and an Infernal Tutor, is that even enough mana? Or is that enough storm count? Because that's just like, what? 5? 6 for Past in Flames, 10 for more crits, 11 for Infernal Tutor. Oh, that's exactly lethal, right? If they have, yeah, I think if they have quad Writ, or quad Cabal Ritual and Infernal Tutor, then that's exactly lethal. Oh no, they have 1 Storm count already, because they've cast the Brainstorm. That'd be 1 over Storm. And if I, like, had gained the 2 life there, then they would have been able to, like, maybe flashback a cantrip. So, not trying to validate, like, the Sword of Fire and Ice line or anything, just trying to hypothesize a world in which we die. Naming things that kill you makes them happen, it's just science. That is accurate on this stream. Not that game, at least. It worked out. Cut all these bad cards, get to play good cards instead. What do I usually cut? Like, I don't know, a GTA and a Flicker was. This looks fine. I do generally like to sit and hypothesize of like what can kill you from here. It's like a I guess like the way that I did it that in that specific instance isn't like a great mindset because like don't worry about things that you just literally can't beat, right? It's generally like what can beat me from here and how and like what can I do to stop it from beating me. Those are the good critical thinking lines. That's what that was the thought about the sort of fire and ice versus the port that turn. Oh, this hand sucks. If we had like a disruptive spell, this hand would be very good because we have the Ancient Tomb, which is very powerful in this matchup. But this hand just says something. I think I bottom this. We have nothing really to protect. I'm just going to run out of this Chalice on 0, assuming we don't get Thought Seized as well. Or on the draw, you definitely need all the chances you can get. I clearly have never thought through my opponent's Storm lines. I mean, it's definitely complicated when you're not a Storm player, right? It's a very hard thing to get your mind around. I like to think that those pauses when you play Chalice on 0 against Storm are the Storm player going like, what the fuck is this doing in the guy's deck? As if people have not been playing Chalice for like almost a year at this point. I thought a man who just flipped 3 fetches to add nauseam needed artifacts for a red. Yeah, that was certainly a game. I mean, it was a bit super long. It had been a long week at that point. Wasteland's Underground Sea, at least. That's nice. Hopefully stall us into finding Thalia's, Prelates, Recruiters, more Chalices. Back, what's its 25 now? We're playing against Ant now, Arkin. We beat up Grixis Control after dying horribly to Maverick. And we're up a game against Ant. This is an Arkin emote, right? Yeah. I did hear you were, I think you were talking about getting a new emote, right? I am also in the works of getting a new emote. My assistant in the background. I guess you can't really see her. I can see her a little bit. I could have been champion a whole minute and a half sooner without the double punt. Yeah, I was horrified watching the stream on my phone that the event. And like the entire Twitch chat was so bad trying to like chat splain like, oh, they both fucked up and like, oh, you should have done this instead. Like obviously sitting there with like perfect information and not having the stress of playing 8 million rounds of Magic. It's up all the time. I'm putting together tax skins I've got was online. And then I checked the price of Recruiter. How much is Recruiter right now? I always think about building Gobos in paper, just because, like, Goblins is like draft chaff after you on Death and Taxes. I wonder if I kill this Bayou. They do have a Trop in their deck we saw last. Like, if they only had one green source besides, like, the Petals, we could actually, like, try to take them off of, like, a Perp Decay mana. Yes, you guys both did in fact fuck it up with perfect information. But like, obviously under the spotlight of you're in game 3 of the finals after playing a million rounds of Magic and like a bunch of people watching you, there's a lot more pressure at stake than sitting in your armchair at home eating a bag of chips. I think I want to kill this blue source though. Did they fetch this Bayou, right? Yeah, they did specifically seek out this Bayou. Yeah, I have like, I think I have 3, I might have 4 caverns. I think I have 4 caverns. I built Modern Humans at one point, so I think I own a 4th cavern. So it's literally like lackeys and draft chaff, if I ever wanted to build goblins. think I like sniping the UC there. We just draw like Thalia. Well, that's a card. It's not super good, but you know, it exists. I assume this feels like there's an abrupt decay on my chalice coming. Maybe they don't have it, but they did specifically seek out their green mana. It's like maybe I should have gone for it more aggressively. If they had a fetch, then they can still just abrupt decay. It was my one concern, but if they just had like more UCs or basics in their hand and not the fetch land, then we could try to get them. Because they didn't know I had the wasteland, so that's probably why they ended up fetching the Bayou then. Because that was their only green source. Like their fetch might have been their only green source. Might have wanted to think that line through a little bit more with my wasteland. I got distracted by chat though. Bloodstained Mire notably does not fetch Tropical Island either. So we're gonna break your bank. Yeah, I've seen that's stupid. Like whatever, one printing in some stupid like 1999 starter deck or whatever. Please don't kill me. I would appreciate continuing to live. Please just like goblins me. Empty your warrens, opponent. Oh, this feels like a Infernal Tutor for ad nauseum. Please just empty my warrens. I didn't draw Stoneforge Mystic. There's nothing for you to worry about. If only we had a Surgical Extraction. They know... because I think they only know one of the cards in my hand. Also, Surgical probably wouldn't do it, because they're probably just grabbing ad nauseum here, I would assume. It was like 1,000 times more expensive. Yeah, isn't it? Because like 7th edition foil is like $1 zillion. Should try Grixis control. Oh god, I'm so bad with anything involving cantrips. Does anyone ever lose to empty and not feel like they got punked? I do feel like I got punked that one time that, like, I didn't play around them top-decking Thoughtseize, and then they top-decked Thoughtseize and just, like, got me. But it has Force. It does have Force of Will. Force of Will is a little bit easier to cast than Brainstorm, I think. I'm very bad at casting cantrips. If anyone has watched any of my streams with blue decks, I am horrible at casting cantrips. Yeah, it was like, I put in the Stoneforge. I could have played around it, though. That was the frustrating part. I could have played around the Thoughtseize, because I had like 3 Stoneforge Mystics in my hand. I could have just like tutored the bad equipment and then filed it in the Stoneforge, tutored the Batter Skull, and then put it into play and beat it. Interesting choice of mana. They played a land for a turn, right? Why would they make 3 blue? They can hit like a pedal now, right? To kill me? Why would they not make a bunch of black mana? They can cast some cantrips now. But now they need double black, because they don't have any... Oh no, they could cast 2 cantrips and just find like a pedal to cast this Cabal Ritual, and that gets them to nothing? Are they just dead? They might just be dead. I don't know. I mean, they have cantrips, so they could worm their way out of basically anything. Wow. Wow. Tilts. Didn't you lose last time you put up with these? I mean, we won that match, if I recall. Did we? I think we did. If If it is this week, you can join us to play D&T. Yeah, I could probably do it sometime this week. Tomorrow or Wednesday are probably the best. Wednesday is the change to the London Mulligan, though. It'll be yeah. I think it's going live April 10th, right? The London Mulligan. What do they do with that in bottom? I think they still can't kill me, right? Even with this pedal, so they can just like make a bunch of black mana, and they can't empty their hand for these infernal tutors or anything. Cyber for London Mulligan, 7 surgical extractions, 8 Tormod's crits. Brainstorm, sure. Yeah, I did see the new Angel all the time. It looked pretty cool. Yeah, I'm concerned about the combo applications in the older formats, as are a lot of people in the Eternal format communities, and I'm appreciative that they're willing to test it on Moto to gather more data than just a single modern Pro Tour. So they'll have a bunch of like legacy and modern data on Moto as well to try to test the waters more. When we're not dead. Please don't kill me, opponent. They'd have to have found like an LED gets me, I think. Because then they could go Petal, Cabal Ritual, LED, Infernal Tutor, crack it. Found another Brainstorm. Alright, well that definitely puts them at worse odds. Because now they need to find like a Dark Writ and an LED, or like another Petal and an LED or something. Yeah, it's for the PG competitors to practice in a better environment, but they will just have more data to work with at the end, too. Oh wow, alright. They're not dead here, right? That's the awkward part. Wednesday will be best for me tomorrow. I'll go to the cinema. Alright, cool. Yeah, we can do it on Wednesday. We'll just do it in the London Mulligan, and it'll just be a shit fest. We'll play against Red Black Ram here like 4 times. Just play some more Graveyard Hate or something. Discard Piff. I feel like we're definitely dead if we don't draw something still. Which means I want to take this Vial up to 3 in case we draw a Recruiter. That is not a very good draw. So they're just gonna untap, Cabal Ritual, Flashback Past in Flames, absolutely murder me, right? They can't get their hand empty, right? So they can't like kill me yet. So I guess we should just hold back the Batter Skull instead of like hitting them to 2. We should get this Batter Skull going to try to put them to 0 next turn. They still need to find an LED, I think. Or just like the tendrils. What do we got? I'm trying to figure out their lines, I guess, as well. I should probably just put in this Battle Scroll in F6. My opponent knows my entire hand. I'm trying to figure out if there's like something that punishes me for putting in the Battle Scroll right now. I might have a bounce spell for this Battle Scroll. Call Judge for slow play. That's the beauty of Moto, though. Is that, oh shit! All right, yeah. Now we just get to like recruit Sanctum Prelate and just crush their hopes and dreams or something. I hope they're just dead. This is just like the sickest of bluffs. Do they not have a ritual in hand? Yeah, they have a ritual in hand, but they can't go off, right? Because they can't empty their hand. So this recruiter or this Sanctum Prelate has to go on Brainstorm in the yard. Yeah, but like that doesn't guarantee that they empty their hand, right? And if they can just live a turn, then they might want to like try to do that instead. They can attempt to empty their hand, but like there's no guarantee, right? Yeah, they probably should have gone for it. Because they can like Cabal Ritual, Pass in Flames, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, use the rest of their blue mana to cast like Brainstorms to try to get their hand into something that they can Infernal Tutor. But anyway, we're just gonna... We have to put it on 4 because if we... I guess we can put it on like 2, but putting it on 4 just turns off this Passive Flames and they're like super dead. Yeah, I'm not trying to argue that it was like not the correct... that it's not the correct play to do something else. I'm just trying to like reason through what the opponent is thinking. Prelate. Just put Sanctum Prelate on 4 here. Turn off this Piff. They just need like another Echoing Truth or something to get me. Ooh, Chain of Vapor. Alright, that's a good one. Well, I can't bounce anything of theirs, so... Wait, can I bounce my own thing? Not that it matters. Yeah, I can like bounce my Recruiter if I wanted, but that's probably not a good play. Oh, kill me. You have perfect information, opponent. You gotta go for it, or you're dead. Maybe with Echoing Truth and Chain of Vapor in hand, they felt safe enough to just like take another draw step, right? There's like nothing I can draw that like puts them in the ground for waiting a turn, right? Cabal oh, they found Dark Rit too. I have no idea what's still in their hand. This is like the cards they had Nas for, but they've brainstormed, I think, twice since then. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'm dead now. I think the rest of their hand is emptyable. They still have one card in hand. So they need to get rid of that one card, but they get to cast a bunch of Brainstorms to try to get rid of it. I think actually they could just like Thoughtseize themselves, right? No, they're 2. Never mind. They actually can't do that. They just need to fire off these Brainstorms and hope they don't like somehow brick on getting their hand empty to cast this Infernal Tutor. Yep. Found a Cabal Ritual, and last card's Lotus Petal. Alright, that is in fact lethal. Dang, close. Close game. They do have completely perfect information. Okay, there you go. They are in fact killing me. They're not going to just like cast every spell in their graveyard that they can. They are going to kill me. Thank you. I appreciate doing like jumping through all the hoops when you have like possible cards to play around, but they have literal perfect information. There's like, just please kill me and we can move on. The Veth, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Trop, yeah, they're on Trop Bayou. We saw the Trop game one. Led me to like not wasteland the Bayou on like turn 2. That probably seemed to end up like kind of mattering pretty badly for me, but that's life.
Alright.
What up?
I'm done.
Oh, cool.
I can clean the rest of it in Photoshop or whichever you downloaded before.
Now we get to be on the play for game 3, so that's cool. So we will hopefully do a little bit better.
Me too.
Oh, nice. I would love to play first. Yes. Ah, yeah, this hand is just fucking insane. This is the new Strangler emo we've been talking about. It's a new emo. It is for sure an emo.
So you're talking to me?
No, I was talking all the time. He wanted a Strangler emote.
No, I did the Thalias you wanted.
Yes, I'm aware. What you got, opponent? A Thoughtseize? Never meet your fucking... You've never met me all the time. If they just cast a cantrip, am I supposed to Chalice on 1 before I Thalia? If they Thoughtseize me, obviously I'm playing whichever one they don't take. I think I'm supposed to Chalice on 1. It is definitely worse if they just Echoing Truth me. But then the Chalice is also, like, unable to be cast if I have the Thalia in play if I don't find a land. I guess if we find a third land, it's more tempting to get this Thalia down. We shall see, I guess. Oh, they do that Ponder. They choose not to shuffle. Go for Chalice. We did find the third land, so makes the Thalia a little bit more appealing. There's like a chance we die if we Chalice on 1 and they just go like land drop Echoing Truth, like Petal kill you. That is true. It does. The Chalice also just does turn off the Thoughtseize, notably. And like that seems like a little bit unrealistic. That they have land Echoing Truth and then like also Petal into the kill. The Thalia is definitely like just like having just the Thalia and the Chalice on 0 in play seems like safer and also just like very, very good just by itself. I think I want a Thalia, but that's because I don't think I care. Yeah, it also does accelerate the clock more, that's fair. Like, if they just spend their turn Thoughtseize me taking the Chalice, I think we're fine with just Chalice on 0 Thalia and getting set up with like Stoneforge and stuff. I'm gonna end up playing Thalia. If we don't get Thoughtseize, I think we'll play Chalice on 1 over one of my threats. Just to try to, like, slam every door possible. Well, Thoughtseize, I mean, they can take the Chalice if they want, and then we'll just play Stoneforge Mystic, go get... Batterskull? Maybe Sword? Slam the door on Strangly. I haven't cast a Wasteland Strangler in a long time. Rip Modern. Opponent is. I did not realize opponent has 4.5 minutes left on their clock. Jesus. I think I just want Batter Skull because we're just kind of missing land drops here. And if we draw like a 4th land, I can just put in Batter Skull and port them or something. Oof, that's rough. Yeah. A lot of, like they probably thought these were the Stoneforge, but we still have Avenger to follow up. We're still desperately clinging on to staying alive by having this Chalice in play. I think that Avenger, interesting. Guess it's the faster clock just on the get-go. Wow, that was a very bad draw. Just actual Squire. Chalice and Zero is definitely a pretty soft piece of hate that they can work through if they need to. Uh-oh. Or they're just about to, like, dumpster me here. Oh, no, they're just playing out all their zeros. So they got 2 cards left in hand. That's horrifying. We could Squire Batter Skull. It's probably better to just Batter Skull port them, right? And then the next turn, probably just like suit up the Batter Skull and start getting in. That might not change the clock. Guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, Batter Skull port seems like my plan. I don't know how good it is. But only has 2 cards left in hand. The Squires, they thirst for blood. Well, if we live, then the Stoneforge might be getting it for beats. We'll find out. Because then we can attack for 5 double port, and then we can just KO with Sword of Fire and Ice. Glad we ported that blue source. Burning a Petal on a Brainstorm is very good for me. So they need mana and Infernal Tutor. Nope, stop. Stop it. Oh, that's a lot of mana. Yep. So how much do they get with floating with this Adnaz? 2? Or like 1 and a Petal floating? They're only at 13 though, it's not nothing. Or do they have Deterministic? They seem like they do with just Piff. No, this is like all artifact mana. They can't just Piff me. Why crack the Petal? Am I missing something? Can they kill me? I mean, I guess. I'm not a Storm player. Feel free to kill me, opponent, if that's what you can do here. Can I, like, Tutor Chain? Cabal Ritual goes down to 1 up to 6? No. It's, like, not nearly enough mana, right? This Pass and Flame seems really bad. Cantrip Dig to win? Yeah. What do they, like... They can't just, like, win on the spot with something, though, right? They need, like, a bunch of mana? I feel like that play seemed a lot worse than just Adnazing. I mean, they're at 13, so Adnaz isn't great, but it seems like a lot more realistic than Past and Flamesing. and hoping to get there on like 2 cantrips. Oof, is that enough? That might be enough because they get an Infernal for LED. Storm's 8 on LED, 9 Cabal Ritual. I think that's exactly, or like that's good enough. It's like 10 or 11. That's unfortunate. I don't know. You're a much better Storm player than I am. Control for days. I don't know that I, as a not Storm player aficionado, agree with the Past in Flames line. That seemed like kind of loose. Bummer. We're like a turn too late with the Batter Skull, too. Because they got to exactly Storm 11 and they couldn't have gotten any higher. The slow play life, yeah, went with like a minute left on the clock. Adnaz is super. Yeah, definitely. Adnaz is super skid. I feel like you get to see more cards than casting like 2 cantrips, though, right? You need to port at some weird time to burn their clock. So I think we should have got Chalice on one before Thalia. Maybe. It's hard to play around all of their anti-hate cards, right? Like the they did have like a shit ton of artifact mana in their hands. Like if they had Echoing Truth, we could have just like gotten dumpstered after we put the Chalice on one. There's also a chance that like you do Chalice on one, turn off the Thoughtseize, and get the 3rd hate card into play. So the land drop, all I needed was +1 mana off of 2 cantrips. I didn't do any sort of storm math to try to figure out if that was the case. I'll take your word for it though. If that's the case, then maybe the Past in Flames line was okay. But wasn't it 2 Brainstorms too? So it's only like 4 cards. It's not like maybe it was Ponder Brainstorm. I already forgot. What's up, Hondo? How's it going? Was a Brainstorm and a Ponder? Yeah, that seems better then, because then if you don't find the thing, you get to shuffle and look at like 4 extra cards after the 3 you look at with Ponder. I donated and it didn't show up on your screen. I don't know if donations show up on my. No, I think they're supposed to. I also don't have an email that says you donated. It also doesn't say how you donated in Streamlabs. Maybe it takes a little bit. I don't know. Mom Thalia, good old 1-2 punch. What is the opponent doing is the question. Hondo continually abusing his mod ship to talk shit to me. Refused to acknowledge any Brainstorm-centric donation. It was a donation for the Legacy cube, I believe. Which I guess probably has a Brainstorm in it. What are we playing against here? What's happening? Is this Red-Black Reanimator? No, this is Turbo... Wait, no, this isn't Turbo Depths, right? Turbo Depths isn't going to play a Bloodstain Mire, right? What's happening? Can anyone inform me what's going on? Looks like Depths. I don't think Depths plays Mire, right? Storm. I guess it could be a weird Stormlands hand. I mean, doesn't exactly change. I guess if they were Storm, I'd be attacking with Mom right now. If like I could guarantee they were on Storm. I guess it is Storm, which is kind of a weird start there. I assume this is going to find another Cabal Ritual. Yup. As they do. Oh, nice. That was a very good draw. Metzel gets 1 point, yes. More Cabal rituals. Yeah, they do. They feel super dead. They have at least 3 Cabal rituals. Dash. Are they dead? I haven't done math. Oh no, they're at 2. But they also need to get like threshold on these. They only go to 5 cards off this fetch. They can cast some of them without threshold, but then like they're like literally just mana neutral. And then what's their end goal here? Yeah. They need to just like piff me. Even then, like, I don't know if they have like enough threshold to get all the way there. And not my job to deal with. That is my opponent's job. Man. It's gonna suck if we just fucking die because I didn't attack with the mom the one turn. Cause like I thought they could have been depths and we would have had lethal, or we would have forced them to not be able to fetch there. And if they didn't fetch, then they might not be able to like cast Piff or something. Well, that second fetch doesn't do anything. This Piff? I'm pretty sure we are super dead to Past in Flames here. Oof. Yep, looks like we are in fact dead. That sucks. Wait, you're not dead. He's 1 mana off. I have not done any of the math, so maybe they are. I don't concede until there's a Tundras on the stack, so it is their job to figure out if they can kill me. He's dead. I hope. Oh, I'm dead exactly. I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not dealing with this mess. I guess I assume my opponent's like doing the math to see if like Piff kills me. Yeah, if they don't have enough mana to like, because if they crack this fetch for mana, then we kill them with the Ballista. They're 1 mana short. Yes, we got him. I guess I'm taking chat's word for it at this point. Ballista, clutch straw. Yeah, the Ballista for the 2 points of burst damage. Oh, yeah, the Ballista's hiding over here by the storm count. We got Ballista on 2 ready to fire away. Quick, everyone say something different. Oh, right, because, yeah, the passive, I didn't do, like, that's very easy math. They just literally can't do the Past in Flames line, right? Oh, that's fun. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think they're not quite dead. They can't even, like, top deck Piff to kill me, though. So they're just, like, very dead. Oh, jeez. Wait, can we pump Ballista and kill them? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they are dead. Okay, yeah. Let me make sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yeah, they're dead. Pew. 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 I defer to Matt's from now on. Matt's the new Storm expert in the chat. Also, I thought there was some sort of math on like casting these Cabal rituals and stuff. No, there were just literally math on board that they only had 5 mana, or they only had like 6 mana, and they couldn't like piff into the Cabal Rits. They just like legitimately didn't have enough mana to do it. I just like was not thinking about that. I just always assume I'm dead when I'm playing against combo decks, because I always feel like I'm dead. Goodbye, Ballista. You did a good job in game 1, but we're definitely cutting you. The intentional missed lethal VM. Oh yeah. I mean, the London Mole isn't necessarily a good thing for, like, just unfair decks, right? Like, Storm is a critical mass deck. Storm's not, like, super happy about it. It's more for, like, the A plus B decks. Whether the A plus B is, Entomb plus Reanimate, or Fast Mana plus Chalice of the Void, Blood Moon, Trinisphere, or, like, Show and Tell plus Emrakul, whatever. I'm not sure if I should be happy that I got to be correct choice, or that not listening to me didn't lose the game. Oh yeah, if I just listened to you the first time, we didn't have to, like, sweat it, because they were just literally dead. I wonder if attacking there is, like... If there's, like... Is there, like, a possibility my opponent's not on Storm with that? They have what? We've seen Bloodstained Mire, Swamp, Bayou, and Duress. So, like, any possibility that... Like, there's no... Like, I'm pretty sure Turbo or, like, Depth decks play, like, exactly 4 Verdants as, like, their only fetches or something. Could be... Yeah, it could be on, like, some nonsense. I suppose. And... But, like... Yeah, I think leaving the mom up there is, like... Still think he's on depth. Oh god, these are the hands that you keep when you're on the draw and you just never win. These are the hands that you just, like, are strong-armed into keeping and just, like, never, ever, ever winning a game against Storm. Then don't keep it. I do exaggerate. Like, you do win games sometimes like this when they have, like some of their slower hands. It's just, like, you're not mulling into, like, anything good, right? All your best cards besides Chalices are, like, Sanctum Prelate and Thalia and stuff. Like, if my opponent cantrips and then doesn't kill me on turn 2 or whatever, doesn't Thoughtseize me, then we can get this Thalia into play. Or if they do Thoughtseize me, maybe they don't kill me and we get to this, like, Sanctum Prelate or whatever. Winning on the draw, we need to get to 2 mana and not get Thoughtseize as a tall order. Yeah, I think it's more realistic to win one of those games than it is to win on a Mold of 6, right? Or, like, to try to dig for, like, exactly Chalice or some nonsense. There are other fail cases for the opponent, too, right? Bottom on that Preordain. No Thoughtseize. Don't do it. Don't do a Thoughtseize. Oh. Well, they obliged, but they're gonna oblige by killing me. Wow, this is a lot of pretty good Magic cards. Worse than Thoughtseize. Yeah, hard agree on that one. This is, in fact, worse than a Thoughtseize. Does Piff kill me if they don't respect Surgical? It does, right? Piff, Storm 7. Oh, no, they don't have a... They didn't... Oh, no, yeah, Infernal's on the stacks. Piff kills me if they don't respect Surgical. Wow, Chalice would have been really good here, indeed. That's why we have a shit pile of them in the sideboard. So they're just debating the merits of, like, Piff, no respect for surgical versus, like, ad nauseing me. This format is a lot better than Deathrite Shaman meta. Yeah, fuck the Deathrite Shaman meta. The generic Storm player mode is the directest, most no respectest play all the time. They're definitely tanking on this decision, so I think they're like at least giving merit to the possibility that I have a surgical extraction. I also think like an Adnos with 4 mana floating at 19 life is like pretty safe as well.
I was getting some ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
and then the spider floated down from the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
and went into the ice cream and
Mhm.
drowned them there.
Did you leave it in there?
Yes, I'm scared of the. What if it's alive? Anyway, that.
Did you put it back in the freezer?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
I can't take the spider out. I'm notifying you so you can.
Remind me to deal with it after the stream, I guess.
Yes, please take the spider out of my ice cream.
What's up, Yaz? Okay, there's no more time for like tanking, right? It's just like go for it or you're dead. I guess they can cast the Infernal Tutor now. Yeah, they can cast it now to like if I fucked up and didn't surgical the Infernal Tutor. Just then, they fire this off right now for the tendrils. Activate the vial. That's good. It's gonna be a short stream. It's not even 11 yet. And was this round 4? I feel like this was round 4. Oh no, wait. Well, we're not done? Did I win last game? Fuck. Oh yeah, we won last game. Oh shit. Alright, we're not done with round 4 yet. Man. Brain just not fully in it right now. kinda zoned out there, honestly, when they were taking on that Infernal Tutor for like 3 minutes. So this hand has a cage, and that's it. This hand seems particularly weak. I'm mulliganing towards like a million, like 4 Thalia, 3 Chalice, even like Phyrexian Revoker's better. This hand also just sucks though. Even if this hand had, I guess on 2 lands on a 6, I would keep this because we have like Revoke and Rest in Peace, both of which are okay. But on 1 land, especially, just we can't cast any of this stuff. We'll just go to 5, find. And we just gotta stop here. It's like a chance we go to 4. We're like, Rest in Peace, Recruiter. Recruiter's an exceptionally slow hate card, but you know. Attempt to keep the second hand. I really don't like that second hand, especially on the play. If we miss, we're just absolutely dead, and if we hit, like, we have some of our worst hate cards. Torment Script. Yeah, Torment Script is better than Cage in this matchup specifically, that's for sure. Definitely still bring in Cage, but I'm definitely not like happy about it. Yeah, the things that get rid of their graveyards completely are much better. Strong. Hey, look at that. Easy game, easy life, right? I don't think playing it on 0 and casting Stoneforge is right there. 1 is very strong. Deck has so many 1-drops in it. This guy ain't Bayou. It was the last person that had that. Oh, yeah, this person just like keeps naturally having the. No, they fetched for the Bayou the first time, right? Or did they fetch for the swamp and play the Bayou? I don't remember. So let's just draw land, play Recruiter, recruit first, and can Prelate. Put Prelate on like 2. Live our best life. They got a bluff depth. Game 3 got a bluff depths. Bayou Thoughtseize. Oh shit, he sideboarded into turbo depths. What do we got here? Bunch of Cabal Writs. It's definitely a way to beat a Chalice on 1s for sure. Ugh, that was a pretty horrible draw. Really wanted to find the land, but I mean, can't ask for a whole lot. We're on a multi-5 here. Wow, these mismatching Cabal Writs. So at this point, like Wasteland or any of our 2-drop hate bears, or just like any land is okay. We'd probably just, rather than Battle School, we'd probably just recruit for Prelate. Please don't kill me. I would not appreciate that. Man, it really looks like they're about to kill me. I super don't appreciate that. Cabal Writs don't exactly make a ton of mana, but if they just have like another Infernal Tutor for like Adnaz or whatever. I thought they should have the Adnaz. Interesting. Oh. It's a pretty safe Adnaz, 3 mana and 17 life. So if they just hit horribly, just hit a bunch of 1-drops. Definitely a little bit less safe because they're down 2 Cabal Writs and their 1s are turned off. But if they find like Petal plus like a bounce spell, this LED makes me unhappy. Could beat an empty. Two LEDs, but this is like. Have they played a land for turn? No, right? Because it's turn 3. So they can go Island, Echoing Truth, Chalice, Dark Rit, LED, LED. Empty me for like 9,000 as it currently sits. I think they can also mix in this Thoughtseize for my Batter Skull, which means just like I'm super dead. They'll just have like a huge glutton of mana. Yeah, I think we're just horribly dead here. If I did any amount of math right. Oh no, they can't make red mana, right? They can't make red mana for the empty. Hang on. Changes them a little bit. Maybe we're not dead. Yeah, they're sure. And they can't use a land for red mana anyway. They already have the volcanic in play, and they didn't hit any petals. They could, of course, probably untap and possibly kill me. we'll just top deck Thalia after that. That'll be nice. Yeah, they can just like win next turn unless we draw exactly Thalia or like second. No, second Chalice doesn't do it because they have Echoing Truth too. No, I got nothing. My hands are completely off the wheel, opponent. Yeah, this red card's Empty the Warrens, not Piff. The other 4-mana red card. Man, these have not been exhilarating Storm games, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the reasons I really hate playing against Storm, especially online. It's just like, my decisions just very rarely matter, and like my opponents just sit here and tank for 15 minutes while I've played like 5. Not exactly great shape next turn either, to be. Don't they have like plenty of mana to like empty me next turn or something? I guess by then I'll have the Battle Scroll in play though. Yeah, Storm is pretty miserable to play against when you're like a deck that doesn't play on the stack. It's just like a lot less interesting. A lot of the games are just like, I'm gonna play this card and then cross my fingers that's good enough. Discard Mire, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I was thinking like the turn that they. I was thinking that they Echoing Truth me this turn, but now that if I get to untap, I get to put the Battle Scroll in play. Discard to Ponder. 1, 2, 3, 4. So another whole hand here. Draw a land. So we just have to keep up Battle Skull. Casting Recruit of the Guard is just asking to die, right? Because then they can Echoing Truth the Chalice and like Dark Rit, like I don't fucking know. That and ends up with like Thoughtseizing my Battle Skull and emptying me for like some number of goblins. Like being personally attacked with all this anti-storm battle. I have nothing against Storm as a deck. I just don't find games against it enjoyable as my deck because they're just very not interesting for my side. So we're just gonna pass with this Battle Skull up and see how it goes. I love games for saying yeah. If you play a deck that plays on the stack a lot more, then it's a lot more interesting. But just like card decks that just play a bunch of hate permanents and then hope that they get there. It's just Yeah, can I shoot the Chalice? You got it, bud. Well, we got lethal lined up for next turn. Then I can come to some D&T streamer chat and show up with my Storm math. You just become a Storm math expert by sitting there watching your opponent play Storm. That's the next level tech. I think we're currently sitting like in a good position, right? We have 6 of the 7 cards in my opponent's hand, and they don't really help. Like they can cast a Ponder or a Preordain to find something. Now we get to sit here and hang out again. Watch my opponent try to find a new line. I think the right play is to keep going with add-ons. Yeah, there are 5. There's not a lot that kills them. Cast the Ponder. Okie doke. Isn't common convention to like board out the Dark Petition in this matchup anyway? So like nothing kills them on 5. I guess if they hit if they hit like Tendrils or Piff, then I know Piff kills me. I'm pretty sure because the LEDs. Although I think so did Tendrils because like the bounces and the Dark Reds, but the Echoey Truth my Chalice and like the Dark Reds Tendrils might have killed me too, but still Vapor the Mystic. He has more time. He doesn't have a bounce spell in hand. Needs to Piff or something. Yeah, this happened with our last Storm match too. Opponent just like shuffle or no on Ponder. That's a good question. Not that it really matters for my decision making, but Ponder chooses to shuffle. Yeah, they shuffle on the Ponder. What you got? Preordain? Preordain crack 2 LEDs. Couldn't draw. I guess they'd have drawn exactly Past in Flames, but if they draw Past in Flames, these LEDs still just cast it, so it doesn't matter. Well, this Preordain doesn't find something. We get them. We're just gonna Battle Skull their face. Why didn't he pass with Vapor? He doesn't have a Chain of Vapor in hand. This is the graveyard. This isn't the Adnaz pile. This is the They discarded the Chain of Vapor to the LED to cast the Adnaz on turn 3 or whatever. And then use the Echoing Truth to bounce the Chalice to cast the spells. Nice. We won that, I guess. Cool beans. Oh, I didn't record last match either. So that was 2 matches against Storm. Both went to 3. We won 3 of them and lost 3 of them. We won 1 total match. Anyway, how do these go? Win, loss, loss, and then win, loss, win. Alright, just updating my spreadsheet stuff. Alright, last match. Win the proud chest. So the pity chest. Gotta mess up together. Yeah, for sure. If you like fuck stuff up, that's the best place to do it is online rather than going to a big tournament, right? The best place to make mistakes. The best place. I don't like to shame opponents for like taking a long time for that same reason. That a lot of people like to use Moto to learn their deck, and like sometimes you don't know what you're doing a lot of the time, and you're trying to learn. So I don't want to shame people for taking their time. Like, you have 25 minutes, use them. I get bored, but like that's the Storm matchup in general. I'm gonna sit here and get bored if my opponent is tanking, trying to kill me, because my job as the D&T player in the Storm matchup is to play my cards and hope my opponent can't beat them, because I don't get to do a lot of decision making. Like we did in that game 3. We played our cards and hoped my opponent couldn't beat them, and then it turns out that they couldn't, and then we did it. You seemed a little bit salty with the timer. I hope I didn't come across. That's not what I was trying to come across. I was just trying to convey my my feelings on the Storm vs. Death and Taxes matchup in general. not specifically versus that opponent sitting here with like, oh, I've spent 6 minutes, my opponent spent 20 or whatever. No, it's more my opponent gets to like tank and have these like, how do I win out of this scenario? Whereas mine is like, I played my chalice. I hope I don't lose. This name seems really familiar. I'm pretty sure I played against them multiple times before, but I just like don't remember. This hand's okay. We're gonna really hope that their deck that Source Flusher is good against. I'm going to 6, sure thing. They go like Land Delver. We, yeah, almost assuredly just plow it. This hand's not really playing around days being on a 2-lander here. F6. Hello. My F6 button not working. Hello? There we go. That was weird. Oh man, we dead. Oh man. God, please put in an Emrakul. I'm gonna put in this Palace Jailer. Please, opponent, put in an Emrakul. Well, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Thalia is gonna get forced and we're gonna die. Playing with the pedal seems kind of weird though. If they're not planning on just like, I guess they're playing around like if I have like Cavern of Souls Thalia or something. Yeah, maybe they missed on the 14 cards they drew. You never know. I was really hoping for Emrakul. Did not work out perfectly. They do have to discard. I imagine they have a lot of chaff in their hand. And next turn, they're just going to show and tell Omniscience Emrakul me. Oh yeah, pedals corrected to hand size. Yeah, that makes sense. That was the specification there. Gotcha. Is it better to support? I was thinking about it. I don't think it matters. If they have Soul Land, they still kill me. If they don't have Force of Will in the top third of their deck, then the Thalia is infinitely better, because then, like, we actually have a shot at killing them. Yeah, they probably have a Soul Land. If I like draw a Wasteland, I will. Maybe I guess Wasteland is probably the same as porting though. They only drew 14 cards, so I need to assess what's the best way for me to actually win. I think it's casting Thalia. Discard all these cantrips. We could also draw like Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp would just be amazing. We had 2 draws at Flicker Wisp because we have the Palace Jailer draw. All right, so what happens if we port them? I don't think I like porting them because that just gives them more turns. Even if this port works and they don't have a Soul Land, they definitely just go land drop go, and then the next turn I play land and then like I port them again, and then they're almost assuredly going to just land drop show and tell me, right? And like I hit them to 4 and then I hit them to 2. Whereas if I play the Thalia and they don't have Force Will in the top third of their deck, then they just need to, like, kill me through Thalia Palace Jailer, and I have lethal on board next turn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just windmill slamming this Thalia. Defer to Matzel. Yeah, Matzel is the expert in Magic, as we've decided this league. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was just windmill slamming this Thalia, and they're gonna force it. Yup. We'll just draw a Flicker Wisp, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Flicker Wisp. Oh, damn. Well, if we live, we get to Wasteland Port them and maybe keep them off. But probably just going to be land show and tell Omniscience Emrakul you. Let's go Stoneforge Mystic. Oh wow, it's just Grizzlebrand. Huh. We can beat that. Wait, they could have another force. Oh yeah, we can beat a force. We have 2 plows. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we get. We have 2 plows. We just win. Play around Spell Pierce. Yeah, I guess if they have exactly... No, they can't force. They're at 1 life. Yeah, they're just super dead. Yeah, I'm plowing the thing that they block. Yeah. Force at 1 is a legal play. Sure. We did it. I was not expecting that all they had was a Grizzlebrand. But, I'll take it. I mean, they only drew 14. Sometimes they don't have everything. Kind of huge sex in the Jailer in hand. The Jailer was very good, admittedly. That's what you get for turn 1 show and telling people. Opponent got what they deserved. I feel no remorse. Alright. What else we got in this matchup? Avengers? Or not, yeah. Avengers ain't bad. Put it in the deck to win games, exactly. Sometimes you just get them. She have like moms. I think shaving the Avengers is probably fine. This deck looks pretty okay. Sometimes you turn 1 show and tell Grizzlebrand in, and then your opponent just Palace Jailers it and murders you. Turn 1 show and tell, put an Emrakul, I drop Crater Maker. Oof, this hand sucks a lot. This hand is very bad. This hand is better, not great. I think I want this Vial, even though Vial's like... I'm going turn 1 Vial and turn 2 just fucking dying. My opponent's going to turn 1 Emrakul me, I'd keep that Karagas hand, but turn 1 Grizzlebrand the Karagas doesn't beat that. They get to draw 14 and have no pressure. I guess I had Batterskull, right? So I actually got to put in a Batterskull there. Assuming we have a repeat of last game. And I get to Karagas the Grizzlebrand and punch them for 4. Pretty good. But yeah, that hand's super not keepable. The dude with the Ponder did not shuffle. We'll see if they don't Soul Land kill me, if it's right to port or Thalia them next turn. We will find out. I think I would rather port. Try to play around like Force of Will. Oh, especially if they don't kill me here. Nope, they're killing me. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm casting this Thalia now. That seemed like a weird thing to accelerate out, but okay. I guess. Oh, that's rude. Yeah, at least we get to cast our Sword of Fire Knights next turn. Yeah, I'm not saying that Moon's bad in this matchup, because I definitely, like... Moon's fine in this matchup, turning off Port and Caracas is definitely, like, reasonable game. It just felt weird in that specific instance to just, like, City of Traders Lotus Pearl out their Moon like that. Just, like, felt kind of unusual. Ooh. Another Thalia, you say? Get this file up to 4 so we can jailer some fools. Thalia beatdowns. I wonder if it's right to attack with Mom now that the Thalia has a sword on it. Probably, right? Oh, Jesus. That's a good draw. That was a really rude draw. I guess I probably should have moved the sword on the Prelate, but it probably doesn't matter. Instead of, like, wipe away. I guess, yeah. Wipe away or sudden shock. No, wipe away they can't cast. Yeah, I should have re-equipped, but, probably doesn't, like, matter a huge amount. I'll move the thing now. Pyroclasm, I have Mother Runes in play. Oh, the one for 3 that you don't remember the name? Kozilek's Return? Kozilek's Return costs 3 mana and they cannot cast it into the Sanctum Prelate. It was like exactly sudden shock that punishes me. Well, we can't replay the sword, so we're just beaten down now. I don't think I'm putting in Jailer to draw cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it doesn't accelerate the clock. So I'll hold on to it in case they like try to sneak attack, get me with a creature. We can instant speed kill things. Oh man, I could Judgment. Kill that Blood Moon. Doesn't seem very... Oh no, I can't even Judgment. Look, Prelate. Yeah, now they're just dead. Just put in Jailer. The Pyroclasm me will save the Prelate. Arcane Artisan. Oh, well, we can eat that. Can definitely Palace Jailer and Arcane Artisan. That is for sure. Not recasting. We can't cast the sword. We got a Sanctum Prelate in play. Okay, the Kappa. Just been while I explained for the 3rd time that we couldn't cast 3 drops. And our opponent could also not cast 3 drops. But yeah, we got a Bully Sneak and Show. Why is he making our cards better? Yeah, give us a target for our Palace Jailer. How nice. His Emrakul art. I guess to that creature. Alright, show and tell. Got to bully them. Cool, 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 cool. Why are my numbers off? Did I miss a loss? Oh yeah, I missed a loss against Storm last round, or 2 rounds ago, or whatever. Can't even BM correctly. Yeah, I'm not a big... Patrick always tries to get me to BM people. But anyway, what did we do today? We 3-2'd. We died to Ant and Maverick. How did we lose Ant at the end there? Oh yeah, it was like the Thoughtseize, the Chalice, Massacre, Bounce Your Chalice line. Distinct correlation between beating Show and Tell and then finding Omniscience. Yeah, it's really weird. It's almost like that matchup is like Death Attacks is his best matchup in the world before before they started playing Omniscience. Anyway, list still seems like pretty strong. I've been enjoying it. There are a couple of tweaks that I might make at some point. Like this cage, I think this cage could like reasonably be a crypt, and it obviously tips the needle a tiny bit in some matchups, and like tips the needle a tiny bit in the other direction on some. From not enjoying, all we did was win. Didn't we lose round 3? Yeah, we couldn't have won 3 in a row because we didn't win 3 in a row. It's kind of crazy how much the adaptation of Omni changed it. Yeah, it's super weird. It's so because like the card just existed, no one had just caught on to like playing Omniscience, I guess, which is weird because Omnitel already existed, but people were just like, no, we don't need that in our sneak attack deck. Well, you joined round 4. I guess in that case we did win twice from there. Anyway, let's find someone to host. Call it a night. Sneak used to be unlosable for D&T. That is true. I miss those days. Alright, who's streaming Legacy? Well, a lot of people stream Legacy. Jeez. Go host Romario, though. He's usually on after me. I like to host him. Streams a lot of Legacy. Playing Tess. Gross. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching today. Hope you had a good time. If you want to support the channel further, you can always follow, subscribe, or donate. As usual, follows are totally free. Help you know when I'm going live. Donations, I do donation deck lists. If you're interested in those, the details are down below. Subscriptions get you a sweet Dolly emote. We have the second one in the works and the third one in the works, apparently. So, host my boy Romario and I can do more math. Oh, yeah, he is playing tests, so you can go do more storm math. Anyway, catch you guys all tomorrow for more Death and Taxes action, very likely. I'll see you guys all later.